নমস্কার ভিউয়ার্স, চ্যানেলটায় সাবস্ক্রাইব করো। এবং এটা হচ্ছে 2016 সালের পিএসসি কোশ্চেন্স। ঠিক আছে, এই কোশ্চেন্সে এক্সাম ছিল 2 ঘন্টা, 4 মার্কস ছিল 200। আর কোশ্চেন এবং অ্যান্সারগুলো নিচে সলভ করে দেওয়া হচ্ছে। 1 নম্বর, ইন এ ভেপার অ্যাবসর্পশন সিস্টেম দ্য ফাংশন অফ রেক্টিফায়ার কাজ হলো টু কুল দ্য ভেপার লিভিং দ্য এনার্জি থেকে যখন বের হবে তখন ভেপারটাকে ঠান্ডা করা। 2 নম্বর, ফর এ নন ফ্লো কনস্ট্যান্ট প্রেসার প্রসেস দ্য হিট এক্সচেঞ্জ ইজ ইকুয়াল টু দ্য চেঞ্জ অফ ইন এনথালপি। 3 নম্বর, লিন এয়ার মিক্সচার ইজ রিকোয়ার ডিউরিং ক্রাশিং in an ordinary machine which produces known as rimming, smoothly finishing or accurately sizing drilling hole. The measurement of a thermodynamics property known as the temperature based on the zeroth law of thermodynamics. Which of the following governing method used for diesel engine? Diesel engine কোন ধরনের গভর্নর? কোয়ালিটি গভর্নিং। A mixture of the gas expand 0.03 meter cube to 0.6 meter cube in a constant temperature process 1 megapascal absorb 84 kilojoule of the heat during the process. The change of the internal energy of the mixture 54 kilojoule. The function of the regenerator of the gas turbine plant is to exchange the heat from the hot gases from the combustion chamber and to exhaust gases of the turbine. The process of the beveling sharp end of a workpiece is called a chamfering. A flat surface produced by the lathe machine if the cutting tool moves perpendicular to the axis of rotation of the workpiece. 11. Which of the following operation are performed on a lathe machine? Parting. During the conditioning, whenever 2 or more streams of a moist air mixed, they follow adiabatic process. The air-fuel ratio of a petrol engine is controlled by the carburetor. 14 number, which of the following mechanism for machinized movement of the carriage along longitudinal axis? Apron. The compression ratio for a petrol engine 5:8. Knocking takes place CI engine during the combustion. Which metal has good weldability compared to the rest? Mild steel. It is the axial distance moved by the thread part is known as pitch. Chemical name R22 is a monochloro difluoromethane CHClF2. Which of the following is correct? Absolute pressure সমান মানে gauge pressure equal to যুক্ত atmospheric pressure. The COP of refrigerator reverse Carnot cycle is 5. The ratio of the higher absolute temperature to the lower temperature equal to 1.25. For a reciprocating air compressor, the work input is minimum when compression is isothermal. Which of the process quench metal into peaks and tough with plastic deformation? Knurling. Carburizing flame is normally used for the copper aluminum alloy. In an isothermal process, its change in internal energy is 0. Which type pump is different from other plunger pump? Plunger pump হচ্ছে কল। A fixture is defined as a device which hold and locate the workpiece during the inspection of the manufacturing operation. Segmental chips were formed during the cast iron. The discharge of the centrifugal pump is given by Q equal to pi dV B into Vf. D or B is the diameter of the impeller, Vf is velocity of the outlet. The theoretical velocity of a jet Vena contractor is root over 2gh data. The American National Standard Institute answer is to a class of the feet 7 feet. 7 feet. The imaginary line drawn in the fluid such a way that the tangent at any point given the direction of the motion at that point is known as the streamline. Multi-stage centrifugal pump are used for the produce of high head. 34. Parts have used in a separate compared with those run in a planar are usually same. A point in a compressible flow where the velocity of the fluid is zero is called a stagnation point. A vertical wall subjected to pressure due to one kind of liquid on one of its sides. The total pressure on the wall per unit length W is square by 2. The discharge over a rectangular notch is directly proportional to the h to the power 3/2. Which ratio gives the Reynolds number inertia force to the viscous force? Venturimeter was used to measure the discharge of the liquid flowing in a pipe. NPSAG requirement for a pump in not satisfactory as a cavitation will be formed. The vertical wall the hydraulic mean depth of a circular pipe diameter d by 4, which is the costly process making a round hole. meaning the Bernoulli equation is based on the assumption of all of these. There is no loss of energy of the liquid flowing. The velocity of the flow is uniform across my cross section of the pipe. No force except gravity of force acts on the fluid. All of these. Which diameter used for the measure the difference of the pressure between 2 points? A flow which is the quantity of liquid flowing per second is known constant is called. Delivery head of the centrifugal pump is proportional to the diameter whole square of its impeller. In a shaper, the metal removed during the forward stroke. In the value of the Bach modulus of a fluid is determined Mach number. In a limit and feed system, the shaft or system whose upper deviation is 0. The point through which the whole weight of the body acts irrespective of its position is known as the center of gravity. The product of y and modulus E, moment inertia I, is known as the flexural rigidity. a square beam, circular beam have a same length and same allowable stress and the same bending moment. The ratio of the weight of the square beam to the circular beam. When the axles of the first and last wheel are coaxial, then the train is known as the reverted cycle gear train. A closely coiled helical spring, stiffness equal to K, cut into N equal to part. The stiffness each part should be equal to the Nk. A shaft diameter D subjected to twisting moment T, bending moment M. If the maximum bending stress equal to the maximum shear stress developed, then the M is equal to the T by 2. A beam was extending beyond the support is called a overhanging beam. A beam extending beyond the support of the wall is not overhanging beam. A two bar have different material size and subject to the same tensile force. If the bars have a unit elongation in the ratio 2:5, the ratio of the modulus of the elasticity of the two materials. Answer of B 5:2. The point content of flux is the point where the bending moment changes sign. The maximum efficiency of screw jack 1 minus sin phi by 1 plus sin phi. The shaper force of bending moment at 0 at a free end of the cantilever beam. It carries a uniform distributed load over the whole length. The maximum frictional force which comes into play when the body just begins slides over the surface is known as the limiting friction. When the spring of the watch wound, it is processed as a strain energy. The bending moment in the middle of the simple supported beam carrying a uniform distributed load per unit length is WL square by 8. The ratio of Bach modulus to the Young modulus Y for a Poisson ratio will be 2/3. The ranking formula holds good for both short or long column. The steering efficiency of the rivet 50%. Then the ratio of rivet hole diameter to the pitch of the rivet 0.50. The maximum deflection of the fixed beam length equal to L carrying load W uniform distribution WLQ by 384 EI. The moment of inertia circular section about axis is perpendicular of the section pi d to the power by 62. The relation between equivalent length L and actual length L of the column for the both end fixed L by L by 2. When a circular bar tapering uniform form diameter d1 at one end diameter d2, it is subject to the increase the temperature T, then the thermal stress induced sigma T E d1 by d2. The cylinder ratio is the ratio of the length of the column to the least radius gyration. The center gravity of T section 100 mm, 150 mm, 50 mm from the bottom 87.2. A solid shaft A and B made of a same shaft A is 50 mm diameter and then B is a 100 mm diameter. The ratio of the strength of B to the A is 8 times. The velocity of the belt is the maximum power is T by H 3m by root over. The taper by the provider of the pattern is easy and clean withdrawal from the mold is called a draft. The vertical passage of bringing molten metal to mold by the cavity is called a sprue. The main constituent of soldering alloy are tin and lead. Acetylene gas is produced by calcium carbonate. A moving material is used for tube drawing. এটা বেবি ড্রয়িং নয়, টিউব ড্রয়িং হবে। একাশি the process of joining the metal sheet by means of a fusible alloy and metal applied in the molten state is known as soldering. The gear train usually employed in a clock is a reverted gear train. The rake angle of the drill is a relevant of the drilling operation. Rake angle. Creep is the belt is the uneven extension or construction due to variation of section. In order to get uniform thickness of the plate rolling process, one is provided camber on the rolls. The angular twist of the shaft is inversely proportional to the shaft diameter to the power 4. The coefficient of friction depends upon the nature of the surface. The tool used lifting the pattern from the mold is called a lifter. For achieving specific surface finish in a single point turning, the improvement factor to be controlled by the feet. In a imaginary circle which pure rolling action gives the same motion as a actual gear is called as a pitch circle. 91. In a forging operation, fullering is done by the draw out material. A screw will be self-locking. Friction angle is greater than the helix angle. Enlarging an existing circular hole with a rotating single point tool is called a boring. Martensite is a supersaturated solution of carbon in alpha iron. Metal extrusion process generally used for uniform hollow and solid section. The power transmitted mean by the belt depends upon velocity of the ball, initial tension, C হচ্ছে arc of the contact between the belt and smaller pulley. The train value of the gear train is reciprocal of the velocity ratio to the gear strain. 1 joule equal to 1 Newton meter. Which of the following is an advantage of forging improve the physical property? A eutectoid reaction for the ferric carbon system occur will be 1147 degree. Thank you for watching. এটা যে 2016 পিএসসি কোশ্চেন। ঠিক আছে, 91 থেকে 100 দিলাম, এখানে দেখে নাও ভালো করে। এটা হচ্ছে প্রিভিয়াস কোশ্চেন, ঠিক আছে। আর যদি কোনো কোশ্চেন লাগে এই নিচে কমেন্ট বক্সে কমেন্ট করে জানাও তোমরা, ঠিক আছে। যদি আমার কাছে থাকে তাহলে সেই ধরনের একটা কোশ্চেনে সলভ করে আপলোড করে দেবো। ওকে, থ্যাংক ইউ ফর ওয়াচিং।